today. And then it's about the Premier League, obviously. Saturday night football, Arsenal against Fulham, who've had such good start to the season. Premier League.
What is up, everyone? This is Ellie Bod here. Welcome to the Ellie Bod Sports Network. And the Carabao Cup third round draw is about to get underway about 10 minutes from now. Just watched my boys Newcastle United defeat Tranmere in what was actually a much tougher game than I was actually anticipating that it was going to be. But it was, Tranmere put up a good fight, and I'll be very honest about them. That first goal, they caught Newcastle off their guard, but my boys in black and white, well, they weren't in black and white today, but you know what I mean. They responded very well, and they got back into the game. So I'm personally hoping for just a good game for Newcastle in the third round. Also keeping my eye on a few other teams, just for sake of example, the teams that won their games today. Brighton, a 3-0 victory over Forest Green. Leeds United, a 3-1 win over Barnsley. Newcastle, already mentioned, a 2-1 win over Tranmere. And Bristol City, a 3-1 win over Wycombe Wanderers. Some of the other, and of course, they joined the draw along with the teams that won yesterday. Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday, Burnley, Lincoln, Aston Villa, Blackburn, Southampton, Brentford, Crawley, Derby, Everton, Gillingham, Nottingham Forest, Newport, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Morecambe, Stevenage, Leicester, MK Dons, and Wolves. And they also join, if my memory serves me correct, this is where the Premier League teams that are in Europe start to get added into the Carabao Cup. King Leonidas, thank you for joining me here on the stream. This may be the wrong place to ask it. The wrong place to ask what? Exactly. I'm now interested to hear what you're going to ask. But some of the other interesting fixtures from yesterday. MK Dons defeating Watford. I mean, of course, remember quite a few years back, MK Dons managed a very good 4-0 win over Louis van Gaal's Man United. So this competition is something that they are used to. When will we start the new CXWA season? Okay, for those people that don't wonder, what King Leonidas is asking is about content on my other channel that I do, my regular channel, which is where I do CXWI, CAW wrestling. Yeah, I tend to keep content here and content on that channel separate. To answer your question, King Leonidas, I've just put up the premiere for the next episode of New CXWA Thalo. And that will be premiering Friday, 10 o'clock UK time. What are some of the other fixtures? The fact that Leicester had to go to penalties against Stockport was rather shocking. Stevenage getting a respectable win over Peterborough. Stevenage are making waves in League Two, and it is so bizarre to watch them. What else? What other rather big shocks are in there? No other major shocks really pop out at me, except for Crawley defeating Fulham 2-0. So yeah, there've been a couple of shock results, but nothing too out of the ordinary so far. Okay, King Lear is just commenting Stevenage. I'm assuming there's a reason why you've commented that. Some of the other results that really stick out to me. Those of you might remember my Premier League and Championship predictions. I predicted Blackburn to do very well. And let's just take a quick peek, actually, at the Premier League and the Championship while we're waiting for the cup draw to get started. So far in the Premier League, it's Arsenal that are top of the league. 3 games, won all 3 of them. Manchester City in second, Tottenham in third, Leeds in fourth, Brighton fifth, Newcastle in sixth, and Fulham. And from the 3 games, none of those 7 have lost a game yet. They've either won or drawn. And Arsenal haven't lost a single game. They've won all 3 so far. And looking down at the bottom, you've got West Ham, Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Man United. Man United recently getting a win over Liverpool. This has been some pretty shocking results from Liverpool so far, because I predicted them to win the Premier League, and that's now not going to happen with this run of form. Okay, I'm not too sure what you've commented there, King Leonidas. Charlie XCX Place. Okay, fair enough. Chelsea also have struggled. Nottingham Forest doing a lot better than I predicted they would do. And I'm just very happy that Newcastle United are in 6th place at this time. Brief look at the Championship. And it's Sheffield United that are currently top after 5 games. Watford in second. I predicted Watford to win. Third, oh my God, I predicted this team to come dead last. And they're in 3rd place. Reading. Blackburn are in 4th. The Shit Pit, Sunderland are in 5th. And Hull, surprisingly, in 6th. In the promotion chase there. Right at the bottom, Coventry, who haven't been able to play many of their home games due to their stadium being in poor condition. Middlesbrough, Huddersfield, and then you've also got Stoke, Swansea, Luton, Birmingham, QPR in that kind of region. So I'm happy to see Huddersfield down there, because I really don't like Huddersfield Football Club. Luton, I guess I'm not too surprised. Big shock for me there is Middlesbrough. They should be doing a lot better than they're doing. But so far as it looks, I think my predictions are going to go completely out the window. So Eddie Howe currently talking on Sky Sports Football following the victory over Tranmere. And it's amazing how much Eddie Howe has transformed my club into this serious contender for European football. And if we can get more of that in there, then all the more credit. And there have, of course, been rumours of some other transfers coming up. I still think that Newcastle are waiting for the later days to throw in that big transfer that everyone's waiting for them to get in. Again, it was highlighted once again when Joe Linton came on the pitch. The transformation that he has made under Eddie Howe has been absolutely outstanding and just an absolute joy to watch. That's how good Eddie Howe has been as a manager. He's transformed Joe Linton from a nothing happening centre forward to a midfield beast. And that's how good he's... Oh, wow, that fizzed up more than I was expecting. And that's turned him into an absolute midfield beast. And that's what we need right now at Newcastle United. Honestly, put Joe Linton in that Brazil squad for the World Cup this year. Okay, so we're still waiting for the draw to start. Just going to make sure I've got the correct times and everything. So it said that the draw was scheduled to take place immediately after the Tranmere Newcastle game. So I know I've got something of the correct time. It's just a matter now of waiting for the draw to start. I don't know if you can hear that out there, but that's a train going outside my house. I live right next to a train line. I guess in the meantime, I might as well look at the other leagues while I'm here, while waiting for the draw. League One. Let's take a look what's going on in there. Ipswich are currently top of League One. Peterborough, kind of interesting seeing them up there, second. And then you got Portsmouth, Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth, and Charlton in those playoff places, with Bolton and Derby right on their tails. And who's in relegation at the moment? Burton, Morecambe, MK Dons, and Cheltenham. Interesting seeing MK Dons in that situation because, they always try to aspire to be a lot more than just this phony Wimbledon club. Of course, they got a victory over Watford in the League Cup, as I already mentioned. But, MK Dons have never been able to shake that sort of stigma of being, oh, you're not a real club. And, I can remember actually seeing MK Dons live and how fans would chant at them, "You're not a real club!" and all that. And they would chant back the whole, "No one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care, we're the Dogs," etc., etc. But no, MK Dons not doing too well in the league, so a run in the cup is going to be really important for them. And League Two at this present time, Leyton Orient and Stevenage holding first and second, respectively, only separated by goal difference. Barrow in third place. You've got Northampton, Doncaster, Salford, and Crewe Alexandra in the playoff places. The two relegation places currently held by Rochdale and Crawley, where Hartlepool, Stockport, and Gillingham are also in that lower part of League Two. I can't really say there's anything too much out of the shock. I guess that Mansfield haven't really done as well as was anticipated, because they were League Two playoffs last time. You'd expect them to really be in that higher echelon of League Two. But Leyton Orient, not a huge surprise. Barrow, not a huge surprise. Stevenage have made some real leaps and bounds this season and are really performing well. Okay, so we're about to get... I think they're about to get the draw underway. Yeah, they're talking about there's one player that Newcastle are looking to sign. Swedish international, plays for Real Sociedad, Alexander Isak. I pray I'm pronouncing that correctly. But they're just showing us some clips here from the his international performances, and you just need to look at this guy, know how good he is. Peterson, thank you for joining me. Where do you watch it? Where do I watch the League Cup draw? It's currently on Sky Sports Football. Obviously, I can't point my camera at the screen for copyright reasons. So you literally, all you're getting here is my face. Yeah, this is what I look like. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm watching on Sky Sports Football via Now TV. So, what are the fixtures I'd like to see come out of the third round? Well, it's going to be interesting to see where the Premier League clubs in European football get drawn against, whether they get a home tie or away tie in the League Cup draw. You'd fancy them getting a home draw, but if they get an away draw, then it could be a lot more interesting actually seeing how they perform away with the heavy schedule they've got. Yep, they're just mentioning, okay, round 3 draw coming up next. And of course, this is where, as I just mentioned, the Premier League clubs in European football get drawn into the League Cup, the Carabao Cup. And it's going to be interesting to see where the likes of... it's going to be interesting to see what happens with MK Dons not doing too well in League One. seeing where they end up. Andrea, wow, that is a very long name. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I do apologize, but thank you very much for joining thank you very much for joining. How do you see Chelsea for this Carabao season? How do I see Chelsea doing in the Carabao Cup? Well, again, that's going to completely depend on who they get in the draw. If they get a favourable draw, then you'd fancy their chances. But obviously, if they don't get a favourable draw, because so far Chelsea have been a bit of a mixed bag in the Premier League, if I remember correctly. I was just mentioning about them. Yep, they haven't been doing as well as maybe you'd anticipate. So I think Chelsea will hope for a home tie against a lower league team to, give them a real confidence boost. As for how I think Chelsea will do in the Premier League overall, I predicted them for top 3. I predicted them for second, if I remember correctly. So they might, hopefully they'll improve form. I mean, we've still got a week left of the transfer window, and Chelsea could still make a pre-dynamite signing. So far, they've been throwing their money around, so it could very easily happen. As for the other teams involved, I mean, it's very, very difficult to say until we actually see the third round draw. But once we see that, we will get a good idea of how things could go. I will throw in, I think I'll actually throw in predictions for matches as they're announced. And we'll look back on this and see how I do. So they're still on a commercial break. You know what? Why not? Let's look at non-league. So how is the National League doing? Barnet in first. Wealdstone and Solihull Moors in second and third place, respectively. Chesterfield, Wrexham, Dorking, and Boreham Wood occupy the other playoff places. Wrexham has been very interesting, of course, since being taken over by what the bloody hell is his name? The guy who plays Deadpool. But yeah, that's been very interesting. And at the very bottom of the Scunthorpe were in League 2 last season, and they're currently in the relegation scrap early on in the National League. So that's quite something. Oldham are 16th and aren't doing that much better if you just consider points. I don't think I'll add anything further than that. Of course, the preliminaries and the qualifiers are still going on for Champions League, Europa, and the Europa Conference. Anything else to look at? Nothing really at this time. So now we just wait for the League Cup draw to get started. And it sounds like it's about to get underway.
Just one goal in it here at Cranston Park, and it was Chris Wood's near post header from a fantastic Kieran Trippier delivery that has put Newcastle into the third round. 4 games in total this season.
Kieran Trippier has been absolutely outstanding since coming to Newcastle. And I can see him being the genuine hero of this new era at Newcastle United, along with the likes of Joe Linton, Alan St-Maxima, those likes of those people. So here we go. Oh, Mr. John Barnes is on the League Cup draw. And you know how that means he's going to draw. He's got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. He can be strong or fast, but you must get to the line. He's going to be held to that for the rest of his life, and I don't think he minds it. Okay, so the numbers in the draw to look out for. Okay, so Newcastle are number 31 in the Newcastle are number 31 in the draw. So when 31 comes up, that's when my eyes are going to light up.
So, John, I want you to give them a really
Here we go. So let's see how this draw looks.
First one is number 14.
14.
14. So
Leicester City.
Leicester City, who needed penalties.
A home tie for Leicester City against.
Number 21. Number 21.
Oh,
County of
Leicester against Newport. Right, I think you would have to give that one to. You'd have to give that one to Leicester City on that one. 27, West Ham United. Come on, show us something interesting.
Number 4. West Ham will play Blackburn.
Oh, West Ham Blackburn. I'm actually going to give that game to Blackburn. I actually think Blackburn might have an advantage in that game because they've been doing better in the Championship than West Ham have been doing in the Prem. Wolves against Leeds. I think that one, again, you've got to give. I think I'll give that one to Leeds United. 22, Nottingham Forest against Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, someone off camera there just shouted with excitement. Tottenham Hotspur should have that game in the bag. 18, Manchester United against. Oh, the old Premier League classic. That looks fun. Manchester United against Aston Villa. I will go with Man United for that one. Bournemouth now against. Bournemouth against Everton. I think Bournemouth will win that one. I think Bournemouth have a better chance. Liverpool at home to Liverpool Derby. And that's not Everton, obviously. Liverpool against Derby County. Liverpool should have that game in the bag. Burnley. Not too bad. Against number 9, and that's Crawley. Burnley Crawley. That should be Burnley. Oh! 32. Okay, Bristol City up against 15, Lincoln. Bristol City should have that game against Lincoln. What next? 17. Manchester City. This is one all the lower league teams want to avoid. 8. Man City against Chelsea. Oh my God. Oh my God. Manchester City against Chelsea. Oh, Stevenage got a home tie. Against Charlton Athletic. Stevenage against Charlton. Oh, Man City will beat Chelsea. Charlton, Stevenage. I think I'm going to go with Stevenage on that one. And MK Dons against Morecambe. I think I will go with MK Dons for that one. Here we go. Home tie. Yes. Home tie against. Oh, against Crystal Palace. Oh, come on, my boys in black and white. I've got to go Newcastle on that one. Southampton, a home tie against Sheffield Wednesday. Southampton should have that one quite easy. So it's the Arsenal up against Brighton. Arsenal Brighton. Arsenal should definitely have that one. Brentford get the home tie against Gillingham. That should be Brentford. I don't think there should be any doubt on that. But there are some very fun fixtures in there. Most notable is probably Manchester City against Chelsea. And now to very quickly answer your question now, Adrian, how do I think Chelsea's Carabao season will go? I think they're going to go out. Look at some of these here. So Manchester United, Aston Villa, that looks to be a spicy fixture. Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, also looking to be quite fun. West Ham, Blackburn will be an interesting one. Look at this here. Newcastle, my boys in black and white against Crystal Palace. And then, interesting this one, Stevenage against Charlton. Charlton are, if I remember correctly, League One. And Peterborough were also League One, who Stevenage knocked out in the previous round. So this could be a very interesting third round for the Carabao Cup. But I'm actually really happy that we got Crystal Palace because that looks like a good game at St. James's Park as well. So that is the third round draw done. And the third round of Carabao Cup, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun when those games come around. Again, the Cups throw around these kinds of fixtures that you never, ever, ever, that you think you can predict. And of course, I think I can predict them. But there could be a shock in here. We'll just have to wait and see for when the games come around. All right, I'm Alibob1. Thank you for tuning into the Alibob Sports Network. Thank you for watching this live reaction. And I will see you lot later on.